Whoa! Hey guys! Thanks so much for coming to our virtual write-in. Today I'm feeling a little bit nervous, honestly, because it's just me and I haven't hosted a virtual write-in on my own in a really long time. Thankfully, I do have Blobby with me. And you guys may have seen on Twitter, if you follow us there, or in the video description below, but one of our staff members, his name is Jezra Lichter, and he's an awesome member of our tech team. But he owns like all these animals up on his home, and thanks so much for coming to our virtual. And he had a baby lamb this morning. I mean, like he didn't give birth to the baby lamb, but he owns a baby lamb as of this morning. If you guys haven't seen, the picture is linked down in the video description. I also printed it out here because it's super cute. I'm pretty sure I'm going to put it on the wall next to my desk. But if you guys have name suggestions, I saw some of you guys already talking. You suggested Blobby. I'm down for Blobby. It's a great name, but also like we have someone named Blobby here, and having two office mascots named the same thing just seems like a recipe for disaster. Because there are some situations in which Blobby the dinosaur would be much better suited than Blobby the lamb. For example, any defense-related purposes. So I don't know. The confusion there worries me a little bit, but maybe. Keep coming up with names. They're awesome. We could not stop making lamb-related puns this morning. I briefly considered starting this virtual write-in by saying, "Welcome to Camp NaNoWriMo," which is super dumb, and I'm actually ashamed of saying it just now. Anyway, so welcome to our second to last virtual write-in. We're so stoked that this is the last week of camp, just because it's so exciting to have all the, like just put all of your passion into your writing this last week and know that there's a light at the end of the tunnel, even though it is kind of sad that the event's over. But hopefully your writing is going awesomely and you guys are super close to reaching your goal. And even if you're not, the fact that you're still writing and that you're still pushing ahead is so impressive and admirable. And we hope that you guys keep going. There's still time. There's still, like at least a handful of days left, depending on where you are in your time zone. So we're super excited for you. We're super excited to make this write-in as productive as possible. If you guys don't know at this point, if you're coming in late to virtual write-ins, basically we're going to just do a bunch of different writing exercises. If you've never heard of a writing sprint before, it's a timed writing exercise. We'll give you 5 minutes. You write as fast as you can. And then at the end of that time, we'll ask you for your word counts and if you want to share a sentence or two. We also provide prompts for those writing sprints, but definitely the prompts are totally optional. If you don't like them, please push them out a window. That's my favorite choice for prompts that I'm not a fan of. I guess, that's just the defenestrator in me. But yeah, if you guys have any other questions, shoot them in the comments. We have Hannah Tinsley, who's usually hosting these, but she's happily producing them today. And again, all the prompts are optional, and they are also in the bottom in the video description if you want to peek ahead, if you're one of those people who likes to read the end of the book before you get there. So yeah, that's it so far. So let's go right into our warm-up prompt, which is all about Blobby the lamb. I don't know. The name's growing on me. It's growing on me. So basically, we're going to go just for 3 minutes real fast. Please, we're just going to write as fast as you can for 3 minutes. And if you want to write the lamb into your next scene, that would be perfect. So we're going to go starting right now. Got about 1 minute left in your lamb-related scene. And that's time. If you want to let us know your word counts for that short little warm-up prompt and how you might have possibly used the lamb in your scene, that'd be awesome. We'd love to see that. Also, I just got a chance to catch up on the chat, and you guys are amazing. The suggested names for the lamb are so funny. NaNoWriMo is seriously hilarious. Someone suggested typewriter, which is actually a genius name for it. And someone suggested ye bulb, which I realized was blobby backwards. You clever person, you. So that's awesome. I will pass all of these names along to Jezra, who is the owner of the lamb. Unfortunately, I do not have lamb naming privileges. I did help name one of his sheep the other day. Ended up naming it Bantha, which is pretty cool. And it looks like you guys, man, some of you guys wrote a lot of words for such a short amount of time. Sarah Jordan wrote 108 words. Bree Schmidt wrote 62 and was lambless, but that's totally fine. It's okay to be lambless. Most of us are lambless. Hannah Wojcik wrote, oh, shoot. Oh, there we go. I'm just going to hit the hay for like ever. Straw is cheaper and grass is free, I told him with a wink, which I like. Some witty banter. Why not? Penny Loney wrote, you got a fucking, oh, excuse my cussing. You got a lamb, you got an effing lamb, he stated incredulously, eyes squinting at the figure hovering over him, only barely managing to focus his eyes on the sheepish smile on the other's face. I really like that you used sheepish in there. Genius. Rachel Lagerstam wrote 458 words, which is amazing. You guys are killing it. I think it's just that last week vibes. You guys are ready to go. I love it. I love it. We're amped. We're amped. I might be overcompensating for being alone by being a little, like, by kicking my energy levels up a notch. So apologies for that in advance. Cool. All right. So today we're going to talk about endings. Some of you actually may be approaching the ending of your novel. If you guys write chronologically and we are in week 4, that would make sense. But some of you jump around maybe, or some of you are working on revising or a different sort of project, and maybe you're just not quite there yet. We're going to talk about endings now, and hopefully that will be helpful to you in the future when you get to your ending if you're not quite there yet. But I think it's always good to kind of think about it and prepare for it, right? So I think this will be really fun, and hopefully you guys find these prompts useful. Again, they're in the video description. Let me know if you are close to your ending. I saw Alex Pinto a little too pumped there to me, boy. Okay, I got it. I'm taking your notes. I'm bringing it down, taking a breath. Cool. All right, so I think we're going to dive right into a word sprint. We want to make sure that you guys get through all of these today so we get the max amount of words out of this. So the first word sprint, I kind of, you guys might have noticed in the comment in the video description that I put song lyrics to kind of like theme these. That was a genius idea from our intern, Hannah. We did that for the first one, but we kind of fell off track, but I thought we'd bring it back. And what better song than a little bit of Boys to Men to signal that we're here at the end of the road. The first prompt is kind of related to that idea of when you get to the end, you start thinking back to the beginning. That's just kind of natural. So we want you to think back to when you first got that idea for your writing project. And what was it about that idea that really excited you? And was there something that you really wanted to tackle that maybe you haven't just gotten a chance to get to yet? And if so, write that into your next scene. Just do it, no matter where you are. Even if it's not chronological, just try it. And if you don't have something like that, like you just want to write the next scene, of course, remember, prompts are optional again. So we're going to go for 7 minutes right now. I'm going to put that on the timer. And we're going to start right now. We've got about a minute left on that sprint. Well, that's time. Hands up. Cool. Yeah, let us know your word counts for that 7 minutes sprint. Whoa, I forgot that word for a second. And then also, if you want to share a sentence or two below, and if you want to let us know if there was an idea that you kind of got the nerve to throw in there before the end, that'd be awesome. Again, catching up on the chat. Penny, no need to apologize for the cussing. You can totally cuss in your novel. That's your novel. I realized I probably shouldn't have said it in my workplace. Kristen said that she's finally out of the 100 word club, which is amazing. We'll miss you desperately. But congratulations. Really, that is the overall goal of the under 100 word club, is to have 0 members. And sadly, I'm holding down the fort there, but we'll get there. We'll get there. And also, got to give a shout out to the people who finished already their camp writing projects. Congratulations to Kristen D and to Tick X Chick and Bobo Bottle 2. I hope that this word sprint got you over the hump and you got to your word count goal. And if so, yeah. Let's see. Amazing puns all around. Kudos to all of you. Please give yourself a hand. Catherine Jackson, Cal, Samantha Birch, especially want to call you guys out. We do appreciate a good pun here, like Hannah said in the chat. Cool. Someone was wondering if Blobby has eyes. He does have eyes. They're just on the side of his head. That's how he evolved. You can't blame him for that. Cool. All right, so let's see how you guys did so far. Julia Peterson wrote, human beings kill other people all the time, I say, knocking on the door to one of the more empty barracks, and when I get no response, pushing it open. Does that make humans evil? I mean, solid question. It probably does. Cool. I think I saw someone, Melanie said that she won too. Amazing. Congratulations. So exciting to see those wins rolling in. That's the best part of this last week for us here. Pamela Berry wrote 248 words, which was amazing. The fact her first meeting with her father was a disaster, and during their second meeting, he had tried to kill her. She didn't trust advisors not to do the same with her. I mean, I wouldn't trust them either if they're plotting murder on the regular, so fair enough. Caitlin Hickson says she's still in the 100 word club. That's all right. Every sprint, there's a chance to get out of the club. Bethany Lish wrote, so much power in every step. A cheeky yet fierce smile painted on his face. He is ready for what was about to happen. He is ready to die. That's intense. I like it. Sounds like things are really wrapping up and coming to a head there. Amanda Weimer wrote 185 words and continued your scene with the NaNoWriMo, which means I feel like we should all look at the NaNoWriMo again. It's so cute. Cool. And Troy M wrote 255 words. Holy smokes. And wrote, so is it the act of birth that makes us human? Where does that leave us if human cloning is legalized like it was in Denmark? Are those not humans? And again, it's legitimate questions here, you know? I like that. That's like, seems like maybe you're writing sci-fi or something like that. And I love that sci-fi can ask those questions through fiction. And let me read one more. Kurayuta wrote 199 words. Minato pushed away from Kushina and turned towards Denma. His eyes were red, puffy, and still had tears sliding, forming. Sounds like, again, like climactic scene there. I love the names. Awesome. You guys are killing it today. I hope we get to have a bunch of people continuing to win, which will be cool. People who missed the 100-word club. It's all right. It's still here. You can come back to it anytime. But really, we're all trying desperately to leave. So awesome. All right, so we're going to move on to our next word sprint. Again, the prompts are all in the video description. If I'm saying them too fast or you come in a little bit late, that's a good place to double check for those. And we are now going to talk about goodbyes. And goodbyes can be super, super hard. If you've ever had to say goodbye to someone you love, you know how difficult that can be. Sometimes they're filled with tears, sometimes they're happy, right? Sometimes you have to say goodbye just for the sake of both people involved, for their mental and emotional health, right? So goodbyes don't have to be sad either. Sometimes we choose to say goodbye, and sometimes the other person is saying goodbye to us, which in that scenario kind of sucks. But again, maybe that's actually happy. Maybe it's good that that person is saying goodbye to you. So this next scene, we want to leave it kind of broad, but we'd love to challenge you to write a goodbye scene, whatever that means to you. Extra bonus points if you want to be a rock star, experiment a little bit. If you can write a goodbye scene without actually using the word goodbye or bye or any variation thereof, I think that'd be cool. So we are going to go again for 7 minutes. We're going to try to keep these sprints nice and long for you. And we're going to go right now. that's about the 1 minute mark. So if you guys want to start wrapping up. Woo! All right, that is time. Cool. I saw that Boba Bottle 2 crossed the finish line during that prompt, which was amazing. Super awesome. Congratulations. Some other shout outs to people who've won so far. Bethany won, Samantha won, Melanie won, and Caitlin won. You guys are all making me feel really bad about my workout, but also super, super impressed and happy for you guys. Congratulations. That's awesome. Hard earned, I know for a fact. Sarah Jordan, it sounded like you were about to cross to the finish line as well. So I hope you're in the winner's circle now or soon to be. Some other cool accomplishments. Sam Wood wrote that she actually put down a scene that's been part of a scene that's been in her head for about a year, which is so cool. I know how much of a relief that can be. So congratulations on that. And I love that you guys are finding these other accomplishments to celebrate. Really, like, you guys have to give yourself a big pat on the back for doing what you're doing this month. And I'm going to take that, my own advice, and pat myself on the back for continuing a novel that I started in November, even though I haven't added that many words to it this July, honestly. Julia asked about NaNoBird. I don't hear NaNoBird right now, and I don't see NaNoBird out there, but possibly NaNoBird is flitting in and out. If you guys hear her, let me know. I'll try to spot her and ask her to stick around. Caitlin asked if goodbye means death, which is super hilarious to me. And when I wrote this prompt about goodbye scenes, I did not think about death scenes, but obviously I should have. That's 100% clear. But the idea of, but it kind of actually gave me a plot idea, which is like, what if there was someone kind of like the opposite of Pushing Daisies, who, when they say goodbye, the person they're saying goodbye to actually does die. That'd be pretty crazy. It seems like that'd be an interesting story. Maybe if someone wants to write that, go for it. If not, I might take it as a plot bunny. But cool. Again, seems like there are really awesome sentences here so far. Kiamisha Sins, I hope I pronounced your name correctly, wrote, Gina looked at her baby boy, Joel. His eyes were open. There wasn't enough time. She ran, holding her son. She walked to the Wiccan altar. She laid her baby next to the two girls, Bella and Carla. Gina hoped this was best. She watched as the babies floated away in a white magic bubble, which was really cool. I love that. It kind of gave me a little bit of like Wizard of Oz vibes, kind of something about it. But I thought that was really cool. Catherine Jackson took time off from making awesome puns to share a sentence. By the time Anna looked up, she had burns on the back of her neck, sit on her shirt, and a haircut she hadn't quite planned. And explains that her hair caught on fire, if we were wondering, which makes complete sense. Let's see, what else? Shannon Dowling says that she met her goal on Saturday, but is really close to actually finishing the manuscript. So hoping to use these last few sprints to complete it, which is awesome. I love that you're continuing to work on your project, even after hitting your WordCamp goal. And I totally hope you actually get to finish this draft. That'd be amazing. Let's see, what else? Suha Shaikh wrote 85 words, congratulations, and wrote, Madison, what did I say about you bringing more of these young delinquents? Marceline said, her voice tinged with a lighthearted, calm sort of rage. Awesome. I wish my rage was a lighthearted, calm sort of rage. Oh, I love that. Mr. C. Snow, or MRC Snow, wrote, "Gone was his compassion, gone was his kindness. In their place stood violent aggression, a cold-hearted rage. As he stood to face the next opponent, he didn't even take the time to mourn his emotions." Which he has a very different sort of rage than than Suha's characters. So maybe they should meet. They could learn from each other. Let's see. Who else? Rainbow Fishy wrote 214 words, and wrote, "His eyes began to close. I don't want to say good. Then don't say it. Say see you later," he said with his dying breath. "See you later, friend. I'll miss you." I love that. And I love how you use that, the brownie points prompt, to get around saying goodbye. That was really cool. Abby Sybil, maybe this one will be the last one. Abby Sybil wrote, "What?" Anna shrieked as she spat out her water. The entire cafeteria turned around to see what the commotion was. "Nothing to see here, folks," Anna said as soon as she had regained her composure. So awesome. Cool. You guys are doing amazingly. I'm seeing so many amazing word counts. So few people in the 100-word club with me, under 100-word club with me. That's okay. That's better. Cal wrote 376 words. Amazing. Congratulations. Teach me your ways. And all right, let's move on to the next prompt. Hope these are working well for you guys. So this one is about kind of reminiscing. I put a quote from Cats, the musical, a modern day classic in there. But yeah, when things end, we tend to reminisce. Write a flashback scene for one of your characters, highlighting a memory that's been crucial to them during your writing project. Maybe it's the first time they met the antagonist, or maybe the first time they met their romantic interest, or maybe it's something completely unrelated. Maybe it's just something formative that has nothing to do with any other person. And if this prompt doesn't work for you, if the flashback scene isn't really your thing, go ahead and write whatever you want that will help you get to the next part of your writing project. So we are going to go for 10 minutes this time, which I think is going to be really good. I'm expecting genius from you. No, I'm not. That's too that's too scary. I know. I take that back. I'm expecting you to try your best. So we're going to go starting right now. Got about 1 minute left with this prompt. Cool, that's time. Put down your pens or your typing fingers, or don't put your fingers down, just maybe lift them off the keys. And if you guys want to share your word counts and a sentence or two in the comments below, that would be awesome. We love seeing those. I think there were a couple more people who let us know that they won. Layla won, and Val said that they are within a day of winning, which is awesome. And maybe you'll win at tomorrow's virtual write-in. Who knows? That'd be cool. A couple of you asked for a prompt about rage tomorrow, so I want to say it out loud so Hannah can hear it, because Hannah is planning the write-in tomorrow, and she's in the comments. So there you go, Hannah. Cool. I'm going to read some of these word counts. Caliber Art wrote 237 words during that sprint and wrote, M's pregnant in that photo. Where's her kid now? You said she was very clear that Layla and Nicole weren't hers, right? Yeah, V furrowed her unibrow. That's actually really strange. So it sounds like definitely a major mystery. I love that there was just that throwaway mention of V's unibrow. Love that as a character establishing thing. Let's see. Melanie Hannon wrote 123 words. Wrote, by the stars, it's cold. I mutter foully, pulling the sleeves of Finn's sweatshirt further down my arms. Hopefully it will take him a while to notice I borrowed it. It's a lot comfier than mine. I really like by the stars as a exclamation. Let's see. So many awesome word counts. Kat the writer wrote 180 words and said, the cool breeze of the air conditioner was a relief, and I felt myself relax. Then I had to remind myself that this was enemy territory. I was here on a mission. Cool. Never let your guard down in enemy territory. I'm glad that your character knows that. Samantha, I'm actually not going to be here tomorrow, which is a total bummer, but Hannah and Amon are going to be here. Actually, not even Hannah. Hannah's not going to be here. She'll be in the chat. She'll be producing. But Amon and Shelby are going to be here, and they're super amazing. They're going to kill it, and they're going to make this last virtual write-in of July the most incredible virtual write-in anyone anywhere has ever been a part of, and possibly the most amazing event that anyone anywhere has ever been a part of. And I'm not exaggerating, and I don't have to worry about delivering on this promise because I won't be here. Cool. Let's see. Leah Jackson wrote 250 words, and I lost her. Oh, there we go. And wrote, true, the figure said, and she recognized the voice as her father's. She immediately stood and backed away, hiding behind her stool. Sounds like there's some familial issues there. Excited to hear what that means. And let's see. Sorry, I'm really talking a lot. I'm trying to fill in these silences, which I should just relax about. You guys don't care if there's a silence. Pamela Berry wrote 327 words. George would have told that same person they were nuts too if they asked about unicorns, but he was off to see a man about a pony next week. Yeah, don't hold on to the myth of the unicorn. Ponies are here. They're cool too. They just don't have a horn. Makes them less dangerous. Awesome. Okay, I think we're going to try to fit in our last sprint here. I know we're running out of time a little bit, but I think we've got enough time for it. So cool. So this next prompt kind of fits into that idea of endings and of goodbyes. the nice thing about endings and goodbyes is they're really not necessarily the end for your characters unless they do have a death scene. And even then, who knows? There might be an afterlife. And so your characters still probably have a lot to do. Even if you've reached your climax, there's still stuff they want to resolve. You've got an antagonist still who, like, if they haven't died, you got to figure out what to do with that person. So we'd love to offer you this prompt, which is write a to-do list in your next scene, include a to-do list somewhere, make the whole scene the to-do list, whatever, highlighting what your character still needs to do before they can maybe take a breather, take a rest. So we're going to do that. We'll go for about 5 minutes, and I think that'll fit just in with our time. If you guys want to start right now. We've got about a minute left in this final prompt. Make it count. Cool, that's time. Sweet, we totally fit that fit that word sprint in. Super exciting. I'm glad. Let us know your word counts for that final sprint in the comments, and if you want to include a sentence. Some of you guys have already started putting your lists in, and they are awesome. I love it. Kind of feel like I'm getting spoilers or like a peek ahead at what's coming for your writing projects, which is super exciting. Cool. So Haley T90 mentioned that she is getting to the climax of her story, and she's super juiced about it. We're super juiced for you too. Hopefully it's amazing, and you feel really good about it, and it goes just as well as you think it will go. Ekta asked, why isn't Hannah here today, and why isn't she going to be here tomorrow? She's actually, I think, on vacation. But is so cool and missed you guys so, and was sad about missing you guys so much that she came back and decided to produce these and be in the chat talking to you guys, which was super amazing of her, and we really appreciate that, Hannah. Thank you. And hopefully she'll be around for future virtual write-ins. You never know. And cool, I'm gonna read some of these if that's all right with you guys. Oh, real quick. No, I'll talk about that later. Cool. So Sarah Hopkins wrote, Grace and I are finishing our milkshakes when I glance at my phone and see that the clock reads 2 in the morning. I'm now officially 16 years old. Not a bad way to ring in your 16th birthday with a milkshake. I like it. Cool. Blazon Paradox wrote 117 words. It wasn't often you spent time around Clay and didn't think about the fact that he could be reading your thoughts at any given time. Which is fair. If I was hanging out with someone who could read my thoughts, I would be thinking about that all the time and being super paranoid about what they were seeing. Sahara R. Jones wrote, I grumbled to myself, why don't I just go find the woods that are lost, talk to a shrub, and save a bunch of people who are already dead? That sounds like a good use of my time. Which is really funny. I'm curious what is going to be a good use of that character's time. I guess we will find out. Troy M finished the second to last story planned for his for their collection, which is amazing. Congratulations. And Aaron Roberts wrote a to-do list for their character. Wrote 1, rescue her friend who she left for dead. 2, fix the problems she started when she killed the queen. 3, save her mother. It seems like a pretty hefty to-do list. It sounds really exciting for whatever the conclusion is going to be. That sounds awesome. I want to make sure I don't miss any great ones. Let's see. Just congratulations to everyone for their word counts. Pamela Berry hit 1K for the hour and is at 48K overall, which is amazing. So congratulations there. Julie Peterson wrote, no onions, I add. Kale droops a little, and Mateo just looks confused. I shoot him a look to tell him that I'll explain later. Oh, I forgot that I saw earlier. Amanda Weimer said that she included the lamb in her novel, but that it refused to be called anything but Jezebel, which is hilarious. I love the idea of a lamb walking around named Jezebel. Cool. Well, I think that's the end of our virtual write-in today. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for putting up with the fact that it was just me here today. And get super excited. Like I said, tomorrow's virtual write-in is going to be the virtual write-in to end all virtual write-ins. It will probably be better than the Super Bowl and Super Hulock and other super things combined. So just do it. Just show up tomorrow. Expect amazing things and demand them from Aman and Shelby. Don't tell them I said that. And thank you again so much. This is the last week. Don't give up. Keep going. Even if you're far from your word count goal, the fact that you're writing every day this week is an amazing testament to your commitment to your creativity, and it matters so much more than you might even think it does. And if you did win, make sure to validate your novel. Don't forget that you'll have to go into log on to the Camp NaNoWriMo site, update your word count, and there's a big validate your word count or validate your writing project button over the tent. And if that still doesn't make sense to you, we send you guys camp care packages in your camp mail and your camper messages. And every every camp care package that has gone out in the past 2 weeks has had a link to the FAQ to how to validate your novel. So check for that, and hopefully that will help. And I feel like there are just like a million things I want to say to you guys, but I think that's just the excitement happening. Thank you guys again so much. We so appreciate you writing with us and that you're choosing to write your stories, your writing projects with us this month. It sounds like some of you guys are thinking about November already, which is amazing, and we hope you do come back. The main site for NaNoWriMo relaunches in October, and in September we kind of start doing all this nano prep stuff, which should be super fun, so make sure to check that out. And keep writing. You guys can do it. You can hit that word count goal. All right, see you guys later. Bye. Awkward ending broadcast moment.